Welcome back to Comics Beer and Sci-Fi.
Hey everybody, welcome to Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. I'm Nick, I'm here with Jill, and we are in Detroit at Cobo Hall for the Youmacon. Jill, you excited about the show?
Oh my God, I'm freaking out. There's so much cosplay, I love it. What do you think of my costume?
Well, I can just only say Hello Kitty.
You seem to pause there.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't? In fact, why don't we pause and thank our sponsors, Northwestern Tech. And Jill, what do we have up for the first segment?
Well, I think we have my favorite scaredy cat, Brad.
Hey guys, we're back. We got another movie for you. This week, we have The Monster. Divorcee, headstrong daughter, call from the ex-husband. Hey honey, I need you to bring the daughter down to the Yehuppetsville, for God's sake, the middle of nowhere. In the middle of the night, gotta see her. So now, they're driving out in the middle of nowhere, and sure enough, get in a car accident, car's totaled. Well, of course, they're being stalked by a monster. Please. Okay, folks, you know I love you. I saved the best for last. This week's pure sci-fi thriller is The Arrival with Amy Adams, not as Lois Lane, but some forcocked doctor. She's not a journalist, she's a cunning linguist. This poor girl is typecast. Will she never get a role where she's not the pretty girl talking to the aliens? Come on! And then they put her together with Jeremy Renner.
What happens now? They arrive.
They need to see me.
Dr. Banks? Are you insane?
Now that's a proper introduction.
I know you're gonna wanna see these movies, and I know who else you're gonna wanna see. You're gonna wanna see the Bradcast. All you gotta do is look us up on YouTube, and you will find that I have just a weensy bit of attitude about some comics, beer, and sci-fi thoughts that you will absolutely love. So you can either go to comicsbeerandsci-fi.com and follow the links, or you do your own Googling. Either way, we'll see you next time.
So I ditched Nick, I got a new sidekick. Hi, what's your name?
Angela.
Hi, Angela, so what do you dress as?
Syx from Kingdom Hearts.
Well, Youmacon is a place where you just come to be yourself.
It is the largest anime convention in the Midwest, and it is absolutely so much fun. As a Michigander, it is one of the greatest things that comes here.
You get to dress up as whatever and fantasize and just have fun.
Yay, I found a fellow furry. So who are you?
Hi, I'm Toriel from Undertale.
I love the vibe with everyone, the amount of people and the amount of panels and activities to do 24/7.
I love the costumes. I love the craftsmanship, the art. I love everything that people put into their costumes to go around and express themselves into the characters that they love.
I'm just wearing a Spyro the Dragon Kigurumi.
Okay.
And I'm wearing a Stitch Kigurumi.
A Kigurumi?
Yes.
Okay, so what is a Kigurumi exactly?
It's kind of like a one-size-fits-all onesie kind of pajama thing that buttons up the front.
I love the vibe, the way the people just seem to, everybody's having fun, everybody's having a good time.
I just like the energy that it brings. You know, you get people from all around the world, which is absolutely crazy.
And just all the good vibes that I pick up from the place. It's one of the reasons why I like to come back every year.
This year has been really fun, and it seems like the attitude overall, everyone's vibes is just way more fun.
Look around! Are you kidding? This is incredible. It brings so much spirit to Detroit, and I love it.
Hi, welcome back to GOB. I'm Rob, and I'm here with Chris from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. We're talking about this week's top picks for comics. First up this week, we have Action Comics number 967. Superman and Lex Luthor are joining forces, tentatively, to fight, from what I know, a new DC villain, the Godslayer.
It's a mystery. What's going on with this Godslayer guy? You look him up, you think Marvel, but it's not. It looks like he might actually have to try to save Lex Luthor. Ouch.
Yeah, they have to cooperate. Lex Luthor's there in his power suit. He wants to be the new Man of Steel. I'm interested to see how it plays out, but mostly I'm interested to find out who this Godslayer guy is.
Yeah.
So check it out. Next up from Marvel, I've got The Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows. It's a new mini-series about Spider-Man and the Spider family, as it were, Mary Jane and his daughter Annie.
I think that it has a potential to be really zany and kooky. Probably a lot of dynamic and a lot of fun artwork. Very PG.
Definitely, definitely. And next up by Marvel, we have the new Invincible Iron Man series with Ironheart, Riri Williams. I am pretty excited for this one. Riri is a super genius from Chicago.
It's good to be from Chicago, right? I mean, you've got Riri Williams, you've got the Cubs. Can we get a superhero from Detroit, Michigan?
That would be nice.
And there's a theme with going on with Marvel, if you notice. They're becoming very progressive, very forward-thinking. They're really working hard to become more diverse and more inclusive.
A plethora of characters from all different backgrounds really adds a nice dynamicism to the series. Next up from Marvel, we have Black Panther: World of Wakanda. Here we have the start of two young women training to be members of the Midnight Angels, the elite group of defenders of the Wakandan royal family.
Again, it ties into the theme of Marvel being very progressive in their thinking. We've got Roxanne Gay, an accomplished professor.
I'm interested to see what it's like to have her hand at comics. As far as I know, she's been a writer before, but she hasn't done comics. You know, it's a different medium, and I'm really excited. Neil Gaiman's The Sandman Overture, the second Sandman series that Neil Gaiman has made, is finally out in trade paperback. I have loved this story. I have loved J.H. Williams III art in this and in the previous Sandman. Were you ever a reader of the Sandman comics?
I was not a reader of the Sandman comics, but one does not become a comic book collector and advocate without at least having a respect for it. Do you have to have known about the Sandman lore? Do you have to have read it to understand this?
Nope, this story is fully independent. It does deal with the character of Dream, but you can read this without having read any other of the Sandman mythos, and you'll be just fine. So, Chris, Youmacon happened recently. I figured we'd talk a bit about anime, both in the store and just the culture at large. I've got here a couple of favorites: Trigun, One Punch Man, which is a great series, Saitama, killing people in one punch. Lone Wolf and Cub, which is a little more of a serious series that I've enjoyed a lot. And of course, you're holding on to Goku.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Superman of the anime. You know, when you think of comic books, you automatically think of Superman.
Sure.
When you think of anime, you'd be hard-pressed not to think
Dragon Ball Z. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Rob, this is Chris, and we'll see you here next time.
Stay tuned for more with Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Here at Perrin, no problems is more than just a beer. It's the way we brew, and it's our way of life.
I'm Adam, and I'm the brewery operations manager at Perrin. Working in a brewery, there's new challenges every day, and making all those puzzle pieces come together can be sickeningly fun. Running helps me get the crazy out. Last summer, I ran 5 100-mile races. Gives me a feeling that I can't find anywhere else.
No Problems 15-pack available in stores now.
Fifth Avenue in Royal Oak is your favorite club destination and holiday party headquarters. Fifth Avenue's private second floor is perfect for banquets, concerts, reunions, or corporate events. Complete with multiple seating arrangements, stage, state-of-the-art audio-visual, pool, catered food and beverage packages with the best service in Metro Detroit. We can create a custom plan to fit your budget. Give your employees and guests the experience they deserve and book your event at Fifth Avenue in Royal Oak.
Welcome back to Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Well, I think Q is around here somewhere, and he's going to tell us about some of his favorite anime shows.
This is the Q from Comics Beer and Sci-Fi. I'm here at the 2016 Youmacon in downtown Detroit at Cobo Hall. I've seen Pikachu's, Sailor Moon's, One Piece, and even a Mario or two. But I'm here to talk about my favorite anime shows. Now, some of this recent stuff I'm not too caught up on. I'm too old for that. So I'm gonna give you the classics, the stuff to stick with, and the stuff to keep watching. First, we're gonna start off with Dragon Ball. You can't go wrong with Dragon Ball Z. There's a lot of screaming in it, but all this Dragon Ball Z kind of too many to be continues for me. I'm not really feeling that. But we're gonna take it old school and classic and go with Speed Racer. Can't go wrong with that. That's a classic anime, and we're gonna keep watching it because I watch it till this day. The movie sucked, but the cartoon was better. We're also gonna go with Digimon. Can't go wrong with that. We always know when you talk about Digimon, you gotta talk about what? Pokemon. Pokemon Go is huge here. I see people bumping into people and people bumping into me, and I almost got into a fight or three, but I caught me a Charizard. So I'm good and I'm happy with that. Then we're gonna go talk about my favorite of all time, Yu-Gi-Oh! The greatest anime of all time. It's time to duel. Seto Kaiba, Yugimoto, the Pharaoh, and I haven't seen a Yu-Gi-Oh! Out here yet, but I'm gonna keep looking and I'm gonna find one. This has been Q from Comics Beer and Sci-Fi.
The entire crew of Comics Beer and Sci-Fi was at the opening night of Doctor Strange last week, and Nick was there to tell us a little bit about the history of the character.
Hey everybody, this is Nick, and we are at the Imagine Palladium Theater in downtown Birmingham, and I just got done seeing the new Doctor Strange film, and a lot of people aren't too familiar with this character, like Ant-Man. This is a Marvel character, part of the Marvel Universe, Spider-Man, the Avengers, we all know those guys, but who's this Doctor Strange? Well, Doctor Strange was the fifth superhero created by Stan Lee in the early 60s, and he created this character along with Steve Ditko. Now, this pair also created a guy you might have heard of named Spider-Man. These early Stan Lee, Steve Ditko stories are classics. In fact, Steve Ditko was actually more the brains behind this than Stan Lee. And over the years, they've tried to bring this character into the media. There was in the late 70s when Lou Ferrigno had his great Hulk TV show, there was also a short-lived Spider-Man show, a couple of made-for-TV Captain America movies, and there was a Doctor Strange made-for-TV movie. It only aired once. I remember seeing it as a kid, and it scared the hell out of me. All kinds of crazy magic stuff. The special effects were of their time, but you can see this movie on YouTube, and it's a little rough, but it's very entertaining, even though Doctor Strange does have a 70s fro. And then Marvel brought the character back again in an animated film.
What was that? Dormammu. He is coming.
The creatures move with increasing confidence.
Dormammu's influence grows stronger.
Where is it now?
As far as the movie goes, as a fan, as a lover of the classics, I thought the movie did everything just right. It reminded me a lot of the first Iron Man film. It hit all the right beats, it was perfectly cast, and it set up a great franchise for the future. I don't want to give any spoilers, but definitely you know that he is in the Marvel Universe, even in this first film.
And look who I have with me. It's Doctor Strange himself. This is our good friend, Garrett Urbanik. He is a cosplay costume maker extraordinaire. How long did it take you to make this wonderful costume?
Well, on and off, I'd probably say a good month and a half, 2 months, something like that.
And does that include planning or just construction?
Just construction. Planning took a lot longer, except finding materials and all that other stuff, so yeah.
How long did you know that you were going to do this? As soon as you found out that the movie was coming out and you were planning, or?
Well, let's just put it this way. When I went and saw the Avengers Age of Ultron movie and they said Doctor Strange, my head exploded. And it's only happened twice, when they said Captain America, and then when they said Doctor Strange, I was like, oh, yes.
We've been waiting for this movie for about a year. I think that having people like Garrett here showing us a level of enthusiasm for geekdom everywhere, I think we have to take our hats off. Thank you, sir.
Stay tuned for more with Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Hi, I'm Paul Glantz, CEO of Imagine Entertainment. Here at Imagine, we pride ourselves in not only being an American company, but being an integral part of the communities we serve. We believe that the magic of moviegoing can now also be a luxurious night out. Imagine strives to deliver the finest entertainment experience in the marketplace, with plush reclining chairs, spectacular picture and sound quality, and an expanded food and beverage menu featuring new and classic cinema delicacies. Sample our terrific array of popcorn offerings, including our unique olive oil-based product, Poppin' Olive. Enjoy a plethora of beverage possibilities at our Coca-Cola Freestyle machines, or try one of our locally made craft beers. Enjoy the convenience of purchasing tickets on Imagine Entertainment's smartphone app or at one of our kiosks and choose your favorite seat in advance. Join one of our loyalty programs and accumulate points toward rewards and discounts.
Over there, that proves my point perfectly. That's what girls are looking for these days. The loud, obnoxious party boy. But over there, that's what women are looking for. The strong, confident guy with a career.
So what you're saying is girls like $80,000 worth of beer-soaked debt, and smart women appreciate a hardworking, skilled tradesman?
Exactly.
Fact. Heating and cooling tradesmen are in demand. Go to Northwestern Tech and become an HVAC tradesman in 10.5 months.
All right, we got a real treat for you Speed Racer fans. Let's go see what Joe and Mel have in store.
Welcome to Hollywood Car Minute. I'm Joe Johnson, and I am here with Mel Guthrie. And behind us is the Mach 5. That's right, Speed Racer's Mach 5 from the classic anime series Speed Racer. Mel, what made you want to add the Mach 5 to your collection?
It's a Hollywood car, and it's obviously a cool one, and there weren't too many of them out when I bought it. There still isn't too many of them out. I actually had a little familiarity with the guy's product that made this. This is actually the second one he made. Plus it's a Corvette underneath this skin, and I've been wanting a Corvette.
So a fiberglass body on a Corvette chassis, that means there must be some muscle under that hood, right?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun to drive.
What about all the gadgets? Can we chop down trees? Can we send out a homing beacon, anything like that? That's
not on this one.
They'll be on your to-do list. We'll add those later. Always great to see the Mach 5. Mel, thanks a lot. And that'll wrap up this edition of Hollywood Car Minute. I'm Joe Johnson. Thanks for watching.
Okay, well, Shannon was recently at the Wolverine State Brewing Company, and while she tells you about their brews, I'm going to go get one myself.
Hey beer nerds, I'm Shannon Long, and today I'm visiting an all-lager brewery in Ann Arbor. We're checking out Wolverine State Brewing Company.
I think within the first year of home brewing, I had purchased a second refrigerator and already started making lagers, so it didn't take long. We're not the only brewery out there just making lager beers. We're the only brewery in Michigan just focusing on lager beers.
The attention to detail and quality that you put into craft beer applied to lagers with traditional and sometimes new fermentation techniques make for a combination that create a beer that's unequaled anywhere else.
Lager yeast likes to lay down and slowly do its work, and that's where you get the delicate intricacies of a lager.
Bottom fermentation versus top fermentation.
Correct, and that's really the easiest way to see a difference with lagers and ales.
The toughest thing is convincing people that it's not fizzy, yellow, overly carbed macro beer.
People come in and they think it's a lager brewery and think they're going to see 3 or 4 things up on the board, and they think if they do only see 3 or 4 things up on the board, they're going to be those traditional styles.
Craft lagers, I think it's an amazing concept, and I think more and more people are going to get turned on to it.
You won some awards.
We did.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Were you super happy?
Yeah, both were such a big shock. I mean, first was the bronze medal at the World Beer Cup, which is such an honor every 2 years worldwide. The Great American Beer Festival Gold, I mean, I think when I started brewing as a professional, I said if I could just win one of those awards, the rest is downhill.
Dude.
So you don't get hammy, you don't get bacon.
No. And you don't get like burnt bonfire. You get like a happy smoke.
Yeah.
If there's a happy smoke, this is what a happy smoke tastes like.
It's when you say smoke lager and people make that face and you go, just try it.
To have something like that, which is kind of a unique beer, have a gold medal from the World Beer Cup, that's pretty cool.
For the brewery to be awarded that, for me to personally feel that accomplishment, and then know that only sets the bar higher. Now it's time to really, really get down to business and make sure we're having fun, making beers we love, and continuing on with that quality of beer that people expect from us.
Thanks, Oliver. I had a great time trying all your award-winning lagers here at Wolverine State Brewing Company.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We'll be right back with Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Hey, welcome to Able Ideas.
Where ideas come to life.
Come on in.
Here at Able Ideas in Detroit, we bring ideas to life. Whether it's a logo, a design, or a full-blown graphic novel, we have an experienced staff of artists, writers, models, and photographers ready to make your dream a reality. So if you're ready to see your vision brought to life, go to ableideas.com.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your team or school can sell paper pizza certificates that can be redeemed for 1 medium pizza at participating locations.
Hungry Howie's makes it easy. It's just a little mini pizza box, and we make lots of money, lots of dough.
Go to doughraiser.com to learn more and sign up. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
Did you know that Lawrence Technological University ranks 5th among U.S. colleges for boosting graduates' earning power?
RSVP now for our Blue and White Tour on November 18th, so you can meet students and faculty while exploring our 100 undergraduate, master's, and doctoral programs.
At Lawrence Tech, everything is possible, and possible is everything.
All right, well, let's go back to the studio where Sarah is going to share some of her favorite games for mobile devices.
Whether you're amped for peppermint mochas or throwing up at the ideas of tinsel and carolers, the holidays are here, which means good food, family gatherings, long travel times, and lots of standing in line at stores. Hey everybody, it's Sarah, back again with some indie mobile and tablet games that will keep you sane this holiday season. First up, the mind-bending and forehead-scratching game, The Room. The Room was first released in 2012, and the third installment of The Room 3 was released in November 2015 and costs about 99 cents. The mysterious craftsman devises a new arsenal of physical puzzles as you enter Greyholm, a mansion located on a remote island. The Room 3 is larger than previous games, provides new environments, and is gorgeous and complex. The Room 3 gives the player the ability to return to Greyholm between chapters to solve additional puzzles that allow you to determine what alternate ending you'll get. The Room 3 is available on Android and iPhone. Next, why not spend some of these chilly days in a dark room? You start in a dark room with your task to light a simple fire in a fully text-based world, but don't let the simple environment fool you. This text-based video game is simple in graphics, but will keep you captivated for hours. Michael Thompson from The New Yorker explained it perfectly as the best-selling game that no one can explain. A bit idle game, a bit adventure, and a bit strategy, this game requires exploration in an unknown map, resourcing, and defending yourself from whatever comes along your path. A Dark Room was first released in June of 2013 and is available on web browser and for download on iOS and Android. For these next two games, headphones are a must to experience these games to the max. A few years ago, I downloaded an adventure that keeps me coming back year after year and has become a staple for my holiday gameplay. Sword and Sworcery EP, The Ballad of the Space Babies, first debuted in March of 2011 and was created by Super Brothers and Capybara Games. Sword and Sworcery is an exploration action-adventure game with a touch of audio-visual throwback gameplay that will give you a super nostalgic vibe. With the help of Jim Guthrie's soundtrack, dive deep into a dream world with an emphasis on audio-visual style. Tengami was released in 2014 and is set in Japan in an ancient and dark fairy tale. The animation and illustration of Tengami is incredibly gorgeous and is set up as a paper pop-up book world. Solve puzzles, lift flaps, and turn pages to manipulate the world around you in this zen-like experience. Perfect when you have to escape the family political debate over pumpkin pie. Play at your own pace without the need for combat. Sit back, relax, and let your mind wander into a beautiful, colorful, and intricate world. Just don't forget to use your headphones. Tengami is available for iPad, iPhone, Wii U, PC, Mac, and Linux. Last up is Pixel Dungeon, a turn-based action strategy game with even more nostalgia vibes, with beautiful pixel art graphics and an easy interface for Android, iOS, Steam, and desktop. Explore the ever-changing 26 accessible dungeon levels and gather mysterious items and weapons that are revealed new with every death for a new experience and gameplay every time.
I've put hours and hours into this game. No matter how long I've lasted or how quickly I've died, the replay urge is intense.
That's it for this week. Next week, we're going to take a look into Dishonored 2 and other games featuring deadly assassins. Bye.
I just made a new friend. While we get acquainted, why don't we go check out what Richie's got for us this week in home video.
This is Richie Rollins for Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and this week we have a couple of series that are coming out on Blu-ray. First up is Into the Badlands. And if you missed this martial arts action show set in the future where guns are forbidden, then rent these 6 episodes so you can get caught up for Season 2 when it returns in 2017.
Sonny, you can't outrun who you are.
The other series to make its Blu-ray and streaming debut, outside of Netflix of course, is Daredevil Season 1. The top-notch Marvel show kicked off the Defenders-verse last year. Season 2 of Daredevil has already hit, not to mention the first season of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. If you haven't seen this yet, finish watching us and then go binge-watch Daredevil. The last new release of the week is the controversial animated comedy Sausage Party from Seth Rogen and crew. If you're easily offended, stay far away from this movie about foul-mouthed food trying to escape a grocery store. If you're a fan of the adult-style animation like South Park and Family Guy, then pick this up on Blu-ray, 4K, or streaming. In honor of Youmacon, here are our picks of some of the best anime movies on home video.
In worlds seen and unseen, where spirits are transformed and sorcerers rule.
The witch Baba controls you by stealing your name. If you completely forget it, you'll never find your way home.
Top of the list is Spirited Away by legendary filmmaker Hayao Miyazaki. He's known as the Japanese Walt Disney because of his long list of classic animated fantasies, many of which are included in this exclusive set from Amazon. No list of anime movies would be complete without the cyberpunk classic Akira, about psychic bikers in a futuristic Tokyo. Another one you need to see is Ghost in the Shell from 1995. This was a major influence on movies like The Matrix, and a live-action remake starring Scarlett Johansson will be released this March. Finally, we have the 1988 anti-war Grave of the Fireflies, which showcases the serious and realistic side of anime. Stay tuned next week for more new arrivals on home video!
All right, well, thank you, Richie, for being our loyal caboose. Jill, did you have a good time today?
I had a great time, and I may thank our sponsors, Northwestern Tech, and all of you for watching. Thank you.
And I thank you as well. We'll see you next week on Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
I'm talking to you guys.
Something's got his tongue. I don't know what's going on.
I have no idea what's going on.
This is ridiculous.
What's the matter with you, Rich?
It seems to be coming out slower.
Vocal cords, too much Japanese screaming. Ah! Stuff like that. I have no idea. Come back to us, Rich.
It's like an episode of Three Stooges. Mo Larry Cheese, right? Go ahead.
You see that?
Mo Larry Cheese.
Now he talks.